Never worry about encounter balancing again if you follow this plan. It will literally not be a job you need to stress about, and the solution I offer also fixes another common problem many game masters face. Here's a question I've been asked before, most recently in the comments to another video. How should the DM balance encounters? I don't want to kill the party, but I also don't want there to be no challenges. You've been a game master for more than 40 years, Marcus. You must have some opinions. I do. Dungeons & Dragons has slowly morphed from the railroading character meat grinder it was when I first played D&D in the early 1980s into a story generator for continually successful demigods. It's seen by some as the Dungeon Master's job to provide a series of gently escalating vignettes or encounters where the players can kill a stream of monsters with steadily greater rewards until they eventually come up against the big bad of your campaign. And I don't mean scheduling. The difficulty with a sandbox campaign, though, is the players will have more choice about what order they do things in, when they go wherever, and who they meet. How can you balance encounters if they go straight for what was supposed to be the biggest threat? Or should they all have new characters ready in the wings for the unavoidable total party kill, the infamous TPK? The first suggestion I have seen online is that you just make it clear to the players that this campaign includes character death, and if they tackle a foe too dangerous, then they might well die. Don't get attached, have a backup character ready at all times. I have got some sympathy for this approach, but I do think the way D&D, especially, lures players into planning how their characters will look in 5 levels' time makes it difficult for DMs to follow through on threats of consequences. And that's not how I'd do it. The second suggestion I have seen is that we should borrow from video games and simply have the foes level up alongside the player characters. A weak threat remains 2 levels lower than you, a tough enemy remains a challenge. I personally hate this idea. I think it sounds far too much like a lot of bookkeeping. Entirely besides the fact that the tavern cellar rats you didn't kill when the campaign started will have to be weir rats with magical powers if you come back 10 levels later. My solution is simple, and it hinges on also fixing the rampant kill counts that can make campaigns feel like a study of travelling serial killers. Here's what I think you should say in session 0. In this campaign, unless otherwise stated, all damage will be non-lethal. Sentient foes will be fighting to defeat you, not kill you. A beating that teaches you a valuable lesson. Most beasts will be fighting to get away. I will make it clear when an enemy is actually trying to kill you. You'll see a murderous glint in their eyes, or they'll shout about it. Non-murderous enemies will respect a surrender. You've learned not to mess with them, and they'll leave you in a ditch, or arrest you, or loot your unconscious bodies. They will not kill you while you're downed. Consequently, unless you state that your intention is to actively kill, we will assume your damage is also non-lethal. I am not balancing the encounters. You are, based on in-character knowledge. Remember, you can always try to flee or surrender. When you encounter enemies that you cannot yet defeat, and you will, remember, a defeat is a plot point. The reward isn't victory, it's literally being taught that valuable lesson, what you need to do before you meet them again. It might be your fight showed you need a certain item, or skill, or tactics, or just to arrive in greater numbers. Your characters can still perish, especially if they do something very, very stupid. What if your game system doesn't have non-lethal damage? Well, then just narrate over the final blow how it doesn't kill them but left them bleeding on the floor. It's up to you. You are the master of the game. Some might say, but this is pulling your punches. Yes, and punches aren't meant to be killing blows. They're just punches. If your game has an alignment system, make it clear to them that killing when you don't need to is seen as evil or chaotic or both. And regardless of alignment, do have there be consequences for their reputation, that killing isn't expected, and it's frightening to the general populace. After all, those bandits out of town aren't slaughtering the people who won't pay up, because then they won't pay up next time, and the Queen's Guard will be summoned to burn down their lair. And you were told to drive the goblins from the caves. It's fine if they're someone else's problem. they'll spread the word not to mess with our village. Kill them, and that's a secret. And your players knowing it probably won't kill them makes hostile interactions a lot more manageable. It's okay to go and accuse the mayor of running the smuggling ring, because he won't try and knife you to death on the spot and leave you having to explain why you killed the mayor. Sure, he may deny it and then send thugs to kill you on your way out of town, but that's plot. Glorious plot! And of course, the cycle of be defeated, train or find allies, come and have another go because you think you're now hard enough, also applies to the NPCs that the characters defeat. Because they aren't killing everyone, then you have a store of threats to reappear. Or maybe even turn over a new leaf and approach under a white flag and say, I know you hate me, adventurers. We've had our differences in the past, don't I know it? But I need your help. Maybe don't tell the players that bit flatly beforehand. Let them discover it as they go along. So there you have it. Great stories are made from setbacks, repeated attempts don't need new characters, and heroes don't kill everyone. I'm sure you're all itching to tell me I'm barking up completely the wrong tree in the comments downstairs, so I'll let you all go do that. For more advice, click here and do subscribe for more videos like this.